Hello there, I'm Professor Abby Michelini,
And I'm Professor Zack Piero.
and we're both English instructors at NCC and co-chairs of the AI Subcommittee.
We prepared this video to help you work with students regarding a new Starfish flag titled AI Use Clarification.
In this video, we have three main goals. First, describe what the flag is and isn't.
Second, to lead you through the general range of syllabus statements regarding instructors' generative AI policies.
And third, to briefly show some examples of how an instructor might encourage generative AI use.
So without further ado, let's get started.
Here's the language of this new Starfish flag, titled AI Use Clarification.
The language of the exact description reads as follows. Raise this flag if a student seems to have used generative AI inappropriately, and you believe that they could benefit from working with the Learning Center on clarification regarding the appropriate use of this technology for your course or assignment. This flag is not an academic integrity report. It solely functions as a restorative redirect.
We want to emphasize the fact that this flag is not intended to be a punishment. Rather, we're characterizing it as a restorative redirect. This is why we are directing students to academic coaches for clarification on faculty policy, but also to potentially address any other factors that might have led to a student's engagement with generative AI when it was not permitted. This could be things like time management, college success skills, or best practices, like reading over the assignment prompt and syllabus.
So, what should academic coaches do? First, direct the student to the assignment prompt. Is there an AI policy present?
Second, direct the student to the course syllabus. Is there an AI policy present there? And third, please be aware that course and assignment policies differ widely across different courses and instructors at NCC.
Now, we'd like to discuss a surefire way of understanding each instructor's stance on student generative AI use, the syllabus statement.
What's essential is that students pay close attention to each instructor's syllabus and look for a statement regarding generative AI use. Of course, in addition to looking for a syllabus statement, students should also carefully read the assignment prompt for further expectations about generative AI use.
Generally speaking, an instructor's generative AI policy will fall into one of three main categories. Don't use it, it depends, or use it.
You might think of this as the green light, yellow light, and red light approach.
So now, for good measure, we'd like to discuss documenting generative AI use. We believe that it's in students' best interest to engage in citation practices if and when they use this technology.
Like all citation practices, whether it's MLA, APA, Chicago style, or something else, the correct way to document sources shifts depending on disciplinary norms and expectations.
Nevertheless, if students simply make a good faith effort to consciously acknowledge generative AI use, how they used it, where they used it, and most importantly, that they used it, it will be a step towards ethical generative AI use.
For guidance on what generative AI citation practices should look like, we encourage Learning Center tutors to explore the following resources with students: NCC Libraries Guide, MLA's Guide, Purdue OWL's Guide, and Brown University's Guide.
As a general rule of thumb, students are always encouraged to reach out to their instructors for explicit guidance on how to approach any writing-related requirement or expectation.
Now, there are some cases where generative AI might be permitted or encouraged. These include things like Whimsical, which is a generative AI tool for idea mapping or brainstorming, or having students write a comparative analysis of generative AI versus human writing, or having students write a critique of generative AI output. Personally, I've used all three of these as an instructor, though in my course, a student would not be able to have generative AI write the paper for them and then submit it as their own.
So, some closing thoughts. We want to make the Learning Center team aware of NCC's Faculty Guide to Generative Artificial Intelligence. This homegrown resource offers tips and resources, everything from teaching with AI to teaching against AI. This resource can be found through NCC Go on the Academic and Student Affairs tab. This field is rapidly evolving and expanding. So as it does, we hope to continuously revisit and revise this guide to account for these changes. We both appreciate you watching this video on the restorative redirect Starfish flag, and we greatly appreciate you working with our students on their reading, writing, research, and thinking. Take care.